Magandang hapon, marahay na hapon sa Gabos and good afternoon to everyone. Sister Jesie po. Shout out sa Gabos na ACI family, ACI sisters sa buong mundo at lalong-lalo na digdi sa Pilipinas. Today is Friday, November 28, 2025. 2 days from now, we will start with our new liturgical year, the first Sunday of Advent. Advent comes from the Latin word adventus, which means coming, ang pagdating ng ating manunubos. Sa linggo ay sisindihan natin ang una sa 4 na kandila ng Adbyento. Sisimulan na ang panahon ng paghihintay, panahon ng pag-asa, liwanag at tahimik na pag-aabang. Tayo'y inaanyayahan, huminto sandali, huminga, at ihanda ang ating mga puso para sa paglalakbay patungong Pasko. Samahan niyo kami habang pinagninilayan natin ang kahulugan ng pag-asa sa mundong higit na nangangailangan nito ngayon. Last Friday, episode 62 ay pinamagatang My First Love, My Forever. Ngayong hapon, episode 63 ay pinamagatang My Hope as a Face and a Name. Makakasama natin sa hapong ito ang aming isang kaibigan na may pagmamalasakit sa mga kapatid natin sa laylayan. Marami na rin siyang bansang napuntahan kaya alam niya kung ano ang iba't ibang mukha ng kahirapan at ano ang ibig sabihin ng pagbibigay pag-asa. Samahan natin siya sa kanyang pagbabahagi ng kanyang mga karanasan tungkol sa ating paksa. Pero bago ang lahat, pabatiin muna natin ang aking mga co-host.
Magandang hapon sa inyo lahat, Sister Martha Hang. Shout out to Ate Aurin, Wilma, si Kay, Ate Chris, and all those who are listening and watching our program this afternoon. Congratulations to our ACI dozens, especially sisters Miss Nguyen Lung, Anna, Ota, and Jenny for their 30-day retreat in Rome, and of course our own novices from Africa, East Timor, and the Philippines. Aside from our guests, we also have our guest performer, Bruce Unabia from Bohol. By the way, you may want to volunteer to be our guest performer. Please message us po.
Maray na hapon sa Gabos, sa Giraray Sister Nette po. Magandang hapon, maayong hapon sa tanan. Belated 7th birthday greetings to Aidan Francisco. Big boy na ang umboy. Belated birthday greetings din po kay Sister Aline at Sister Elena. Happy birthday sa ako ang pretty first cousin na si Anan. Shout out kay Belen Manhares, Hana, Aspirant Key at sa lahat ng mga sumusuporta ng Usapang Bokasyon ACI, labi na sa ako ang papa ug mga igsuon. Naranasan nyo na bang magsimula muli pagkatapos tiklupin ang isang kabanata ng iyong buhay? Sa bawat bagong simula, laging may kasamang bagong pag-asa. At ngayon, sa pagsisimula ng panahon ng Adbyento, pinaalalahanan tayo na ang pag-asang ito ay hindi basta lang ideya o pakiramdam, kundi ito ay buhay at totoo. Dahil ang ating pag-asa ay may mukha at may pangalan. Siya ang dahilan ng ating paghihintay at siya rin ang liwanag na patuloy nating inaabangan. Kaya samahan niyo po kami habang mas malalim pa nating kinikilala ang mukha ng pag-asa. Dito lamang sa episode 63 ng Usapang Bokasyon ACI, My Hope Has a Face and a Name.
At ito na nga ang ating panauhin. So, please introduce yourself at mag-shoutout na rin.
Si Rosa.
Wow!
Good morning.
Good morning!
Good morning.
Rosa.
Good morning, sisters. It's great to be here with you.
Okay.
Good morning.
Hello! Would you like to greet some people here that your friends here in the Philippines?
Well, everybody, all the handmaids who are so close to my heart, as well as all the ACI and all the people in the Greek,
Yeah.
especially. These are my good friends. If anybody's listening from UP, I also had friends in UP, so I would also like to greet there, and that's it.
Yeah. How long had you been in the Philippines? I mean, you stayed with us, right? In the Philippines for how long?
Yes, I stayed with you for about 3 years on and
Wow.
off.
It was
And then I came to live there for a full year. First, I was traveling, coming back, staying with you, going back, coming back, and then I stayed for a full year.
That's right. And that's really the time when the mission was at its best. Your mission was at
Ye-
its best with the poor. That's why
Yes,
with
that
this-
is right.
That's why with this topic we thought of you, that you're the
Yeah.
best person for this topic. Yeah.
Oh,
Who
thank
knew
you.
what suffering is, and then who also knows what it is to give hope to the hopeless.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sister.
Okay.
Okay. So
you.
to begin with, who inspired you to have hope, and how did you learn to hope? Thank you.
I feel I always had hope. Even when I was not religious, I was always a hopeful person. But the truth is that the Christian hope is a deeper hope, a deeper hope and a hope with a longer horizon. And I think that if I need to mention anyone in particular that taught me the Christian hope, it was you, the Handmaids. I learned with you with our mission to the poor in the Philippines, in a situation that seems hopeless, where people are so poor, where they need absolutely everything, and when sometimes you can help them, you yourselves can give them hope, because we can help them with our mission. And you can also give them that deeper and longer hope of Christ and of life in the world to come. So it is the dual hope that I learned that you can give those in difficult situations, hope that their situation can improve with our help, and hope that life will be much better when we are eternally with God.
Yeah, that's right. So, to follow this up, so what then is your definition of hope? That is very close to your heart.
I will not be very original. My favorite definition of hope is the one that I found in the Catechism in number 2090, which says, hope is the confident expectation of divine blessing and the beatific vision of God. And also, hope is the theological virtue by which we desire the kingdom of heaven and eternal life as our happiness. So I see hope as faith in my salvation and eternal communion with God.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, hope is one of the 3 theological virtues that we receive during baptism. I would like to read something from His Eminence Pablo Virgilio S. Cardinal David. He said, hope for us Christians is rooted in a promise. This promise comes from a God who walks with us, a God who is faithful even when we are not. Yeah, so it's always connected with God.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful.
That's right. By the way, people might wonder why your accent is very much American than Spanish. So how long?
I
You stayed
see.
in the U.S., right? How long?
Yeah, I lived in the US 20 some years.
That's right.
Yes, yes.
You're more American than Spanish. No, but when you
Both,
speak Spanish,
both.
yeah. But when you speak Spanish po talaga.
Yeah, and my native language is not Spanish, it's Catalan.
That's
so,
right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Rosa, follow-up question. What is the difference between hope and optimism?
The way I see it is optimism is the expectation that things will go the way you would like them to go, whereas hope is the faith that ultimately there is justice and God will make all things right in the world to come. He tells us, I will be with you always, even till the end of time. So to me, this is hope, whereas optimism is the simple hope that everything that you want will happen. And hope is a deeper and longer hope.
Yeah, it's a virtue, whereas optimism is like is a disposition. But if you're a hopeful person, it can manifest also as optimism, as confident for
It's a good
tomorrow.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sister.
You have confidence for tomorrow. That tomorrow will come. That there is that there's light, bright future. Even if seemingly like an ordinary person without hope would really despair, fall into despair. But
Yes.
and then the optimism will die. There's nothing
Yeah.
here. There's no good condition, so die. But hope remains,
Yes.
continues, because there's always this anchor, and our anchor is Jesus. Yeah, is God. No,
Yeah.
that's why there's
Yes.
a name. There's a hope, and he's always faithful. So he remains. That's why we continue to have hope even in darkness, even if seemingly there's nothing. Like we have hope for the Philippines. Yes, po.
Yes.
Okay, I will follow up the question. What's the opposite of hope? What advantage does a hopeful person have? It is worth hoping. Thank you.
The opposite of hope is despair.
Yeah.
As the Catechism says, by despair, man ceases to hope for his personal salvation for God, for help in attaining it, or for the forgiveness of his sins. Despair is contrary to God's goodness, to his justice, for the Lord is faithful to his promises and to his mercy. In my view, despair was the error of Judas Iscariot.
Yeah.
He hung himself, tradition says, because he did not believe that God could forgive him for having betrayed Jesus. He didn't have faith. He didn't have faith in God's eternal goodness and hope that he, despite his terrible sin,
Yeah.
could still be saved.
Yes.
He lost hope. What advantage does a hopeful person have? I think a hopeful person has the joy of knowing that God is with you always and that you will be with him in eternity. The Catechism says the Beatitudes raise our hope toward heaven as the new promised land. They trace the path that leads through the trials that await the disciples of Jesus. Hope affords us joy even under trial. As St. Paul said, rejoice in your hope, be patient in tribulation, in Romans 12:12. So is it worth hoping? Of course, because it means you are never alone
Yeah.
and your horizon is never narrow or short. It encompasses eternity.
Yeah. Listening to you, hope is not just an idea or a magical thinking, a wishful thinking. It's a relationship. It's based on a relationship with someone.
Yes.
A definite,
Yes.
concrete person in the person of God, the person of Jesus Christ. So if you have
Yes.
this relationship, then you will
Yeah,
hold on, you will
hopeful.
anchor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know that this one will always accompany you even in while we cry, while we are really feeling alone. But if you don't, that's why we have to nurture this relationship, because hope is based on this relationship with God. Yeah. Okay.
And also the knowledge that God is there, that there is God is beyond our difficulties, our suffering.
God who
it's
is
Yes.
faithful.
Who is faithful.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the knowledge, the awareness, ano?
They call it the interior knowledge.
Yeah.
Interior
Oo.
knowledge of this God who is faithful. I'm sure you have many of these because you have been, I don't know if until now, I suppose until now you're still doing mission, active mission. But for the longest years, especially in your younger years, for many years you have been doing a lot of mission from all over the world. I tell you that. So That's why I think this question is for you. Have you ever been in a situation that felt totally hopeless, but you chose to keep hoping anyway, and later realized that hope really doesn't disappoint?
Well, not really, because I feel accompanied at all times. And with God, there can't be despair. But I can give you a couple of examples of difficult situations that improved. I was once in a difficult personal situation, and one evening, I saw my guardian angel right next to me, holding me. And from that point on, the situation began to improve. Another example is a sin that I struggled with for a long time, to the point that I almost believed it was impossible to overcome.
Yeah. Yeah.
And once in confession, a priest told me to pray the Memorare to the Virgin Mary every time that I was near temptation. And the sin became rarer and rarer until it stopped. So this was a case in which I had almost lost hope of getting over this sin, and Our Lady helped me to get over it. So these are some personal situations, but it is true that in mission you also encounter these types of situations, and I feel that we encountered situations like this when I was doing mission with you in the Philippines. That we found families that we found that their situation was impossible, but in those cases we were able to, with the grace of God, help them improve the situation of their family, and it became not hopeless anymore.
Yeah.
So you can also be God's tool to improve the situation of a person who feels hopeless.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I'm happy you mentioned the Blessed Mother. Yeah.
Yes.
It has a face and a name, and Mama Mary is really a mirror of this hope. Who hope,
Yes.
who is a story of hope in herself, no? A lot of that. How could this be like this one? And then that,
Yes.
as young as she was, things like that. So I'm really happy that you mentioned Mama Mary, because Mama Mary is into it. Has a name and a face,
Yes.
and she believes, and she believes that this one. That's why she always has hope in her heart, because of her very close relationship with her son. That's why
Right, right.
His passion, his death, who was there, the Blessed Mother. Why? Because she hopes, because she knows deep in her heart this interior knowledge. That's why, Mama Mary, thank you. Yeah. Of course, Santa Rafaela also. She suffered a lot, and in all the suffering, she remained. She remained because she knew her Lord. Yeah. Where are we now? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so is time check. We will have a break for a while. Yeah, it's 1:30, 1:25.
Yeah, we come back later.
We come back later.
An oras hatod sa Indokang Optin Lutein Capsule. Alagaan ang paningin sa tulong ng Optin. Kitang-kita ang kalusugan ng mata.
Plemex. Pag may ubo o hika, Plemex agad. Basta lagundi, Plemex.
Cobra Energy Drink. Tatak mo. Tatak Cobra Artisan Joint Supplement. Bumabagal ang galaw dahil sa joint pain at arthritis. Mag-Artisan.
Plemex for kids. Mommies, agapan agad ang ubo at plemang nakabara. Pambatang lagundi, Plemex!
Liver Aid Silimarine Capsule. Ang good drinks at good food, perfect combo. Isama pa ang Liver Aid. It's liver lover, boys! Maugmang ipinipresentar kan Department of Tourism, Provincial Government of Albay, City Government of Legazpi, asin Radyo DZGB, ang Exciting Bicol Pastores 2025. Ini gigibuhon sa Disyembre 16, 2025, alas 4 nin hapon sa Albay Astrodome, Albay Albay District, Legazpi City. Exciting Bicol Pastores 2025! Compuesto ininin pastores na may 12 na miyembro, babae as in lalaki na may edad 14 as in sobra 30 anyos. Ang mga pastores mapahiling kan sa indang abilidad sa pagbaile as in pagkanta kan pastores abilen sa laog nin 8 minutos. Ang mga pastores mabaile kan traditional na pastores abilen sa paagi nin Bicol o Spanish o kaya kombinasyon kan duwang lingwahe. Ang third place makakaresibe din 75,000 pesos. Ang second place 100,000 pesos. As in ang first place manggagana din 150,000 pesos. May special award para sa mga binasunod. Best in street dancing 10,000 pesos. Best in costume 10,000 pesos. As in best in musicality 10,000 pesos. Exciting Bicol Pastores 2025 live sa DZGB Facebook page, DZGB YouTube channel, as in sa Radyo DZGB. Tandaan, Disyembre 16, alas 4 ang hapon sa Albay Astrodome. Imbitado ang gabos na mag-atindir as in mag-ugma sa Exciting Bicol Pastores 2025. Maugmang Pasko as in manigong bagong taon sa Indogabos. Hani sa Department of Tourism headed by Regional Director Herbie Aguas. Provincial Government of Albay headed by Governor Noel Rosal. City Government of Legazpi headed by Mayor Hisham Ismail. Asinan sa Indong Istasyon, Radyo DZGB. Always number one. Always at your service.
Kung ikaw ay edad 50 pataas katulad ko, may mataas na ang risk ng panlalabo ng paningin. Mas challenging ang pang-araw-araw na gawain tulad ng pagbabasa, pagsusulat, at pagmamaneho. Ang Optin ay may lutin na maaaring makatulong sa kalusugan ng mata, nilalabanan ng epekto ng glaucoma, macular degeneration at katarata. Kitang-kita ang kalusugan.
Mabibili ang Optin sa mga pangunahing butika nationwide. Mahalaga ang paalala, ang Optin ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Wish ko, regalo mo sa Radyo DZGB. Sa giraray, sabay-sabay niya to may pamati sa mga kakian na kapos sa pagkabuhay. Ang tunay na spirito kan Pasko sa paagi kan pagsimbang sa mga gusto nindang regalo. Tawan niya to giraray nin kaugmahan. Ang mga aki na masunod ang sa indang kahagadan. Sa paagi kan wish ko, regalo mo sa kantidad na 500 pesos. Ang sa tuyang mga beneficiaries, nag-iedad din 5 hasta 8 anyos, residentes kan Legazpi asin Albay. Ang mga aki na gusto nin regalo, pwedeng ipadara ang sa indang mga kahagadan sa paagi kan pagsurat sa papel kan sa indang pangaran, eksaktong address, edad, birthday, contact number, asin regalo na muyang maresibi nguyan na Pasko ng kantidad na iba sobra sa 500 pesos asin ihatod sa DZGB. Pwede mo na i-text sa 0927-777-5548 or i-comment sa DZGB Facebook page. Sarong aki kada pamilya at pwede magpadara kan sa indang wish na regalo. Ang deadline sa Disyembre 12, 2025, alas 5 ng hapon. Sa mga interesado na mag-sponsor sa wishes kan mga aki, magbisita sa DZGB or mag-text sa mga reporters as in announcers kan DZGB o ipadara sa GCash number 0995-984-5151. Kaya ang ngunyan na Pasko, share your blessing sa mga aki na nangangaipo. Ang wish ko, regalo mo, ligibuhon sa Disyembre 19, 2025, ala 1 ng hapon sa Pacific Mall Event Center, Lanco Business Park, Legazpi City. Wish ko, regalo mo. Merry Christmas sa Indogabos. Halik sa DZGB. Always number one. Always at your service.
Why don't you give love on Christmas Day?
Okay, welcome back sa ating programang Usapang Bokasyon ACI episode 63 na pinamagatang My Hope as a Face and a Name. Pero bago natin ipagpapatuloy ang ating talakayan, i-welcome muna natin ang ating guest performer, si Mr. Bruce Unabia ng Bohol.
Ang
Diyos, lupain ng ginto't bulaklak, pag-ibig na sa kaniyang palad, nag-alay ng ganda't dilag, at sa kanyang yumi at ganda, dayuhan ay nahalina. Bayan ko, binihag ka, nasadlak sa dusa. Ibon mang may layang lumipad, kulungin mo at umiiyak. Bayan pa kayang sakdal dilag, ang di magnasang makaalpas. Pilipinas kong minumutya, hugad ng luha at dalita, aking adhika, makita kang sakdalaya. Ibon mang may layang lumipad, kulungin mo at umiiyak. Bayan pa kayang sakdal dilag, ang di magnasang makaalpas. Pilipinas kong minumutya, hugad ng luha at dalita, aking adhika, makita kang sakdalaya.
Gwapo na si Luz.
Okay.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat sa ating guest performer. Thank you, Bruce. Okay. So we continue our sharing. Rosa.
Announcement?
Ah.
Announcement?
Yes?
Shout out muna po ako. Shout out, I have two first cousins now, equally pretty. First cousins now who are celebrating their birthdays today. Happy birthday, An og Diding. God bless po.
Okay, I will just share the announcement or the circular letter of our bishop. Dear brothers and sisters in the Lord, the Catholic Bishop Conference of the Philippines has called for nationwide participation in the 2nd Trillion Peso March, an initiative intended to express our collective stand against corruption and to promote truth, justice, and accountability in our society. So in communion with the national activity, the Diocese of Legazpi will hold a diocesan gathering and solidarity walk on November 30, Sunday, with the theme Lakaw Laban sa Katiwalian. All parishes, schools, and religious communities are enjoined to participate. The schedule is at 8 a.m. there is an opening mass at the Albay Cathedral. At 9:30 a.m. solidarity walk from the cathedral to the Labanan sa Legazpi, historical marker, Legazpi Port Rotonda. At 10:30 a.m. program. So to ensure broad representation, each parish is encouraged to send at least 10 participants, especially those within the 2nd district. Participants are requested to wear black shirts and bring umbrella, drinking water, and food. So let us unite as a diocesan community in this call for integrity in public and renew the commitment of the values of the gospel in our social and civic engagement. Thank you for your cooperation. So, Joel C. Bailon, the Bishop of Legazpi.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Thank
this
you,
is
Bishop.
ang panawagan ni Bishop sa atin. Okay, so now we continue our sharing with Rosa. Okay, Rosa, what do you mean by a hope as a name and a face? What does this mean in your life?
Hope is embodied, incarnated in Jesus, the name above every other name. He is our salvation and redemption. And by resurrecting, He showed us that there is life after death, and hence confirmed our hope in an eternity of beatitude. To me, He has a face because I have seen it. I saw it in the room of my home one Holy Thursday evening. I know that He is real, not only because I feel it and I believe in Him, but also because I have literally seen His face. He is my hope.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. God reveals Himself, no, in different ways and
Yes.
ways, no, and then but the there is the incarnation. The Word became flesh. God becoming man. So this is what we are about to celebrate, and we are about to enter the season of Advent. And yes, it has a name, and the name is Jesus. Yeah.
Yes, but there are also other names like Mary, like the angels, like the saints. They are all faces and names for our hope, but the central face and the central name is that of Jesus, of course.
Yeah. And it's being mirrored not only by the angels and saints, but also the pilgrim church, us, you,
You.
and I, and every one of
All of
us. We are the
Yeah.
The face.
the face,
of
and
Jesus.
it has a name, and we are the ones. What again, as you said, everything else, the center is Jesus, and from there it all radiates to all Christians, to all who
Yes.
has relationship, who has connection with Jesus. So
Yeah.
it's a challenge to all of us who bear the name of Christian, of claiming that we
Yeah.
are the friends of Jesus. But everything is grace. We can do it also we only through the grace of God. I really believe that, because we are unworthy as we are. But if there is grace, everything is possible. But it is the Lord. Always it is the Lord. We are just
Yes.
but instruments and
We need to
conductors.
try to be good channels of His grace
Yes.
and reflect hope for other people.
That's right. That's right. That's why we need to be replenish ourselves also, because we cannot give something that we don't have, and so we need the Eucharist. The Eucharist enters here, and our relationship and the prayers of the Blessed Mother. We ask for her intercession and all the angels and saints. Yan.
Yeah.
That's why we are not alone. We are a community, the communion of saints. We we pray
Yes.
for others, but we also need prayers, and all
Yes.
is grace. Yes, po.
Okay, thank you. So where is hope found in cases of unanswered prayer?
Mhm.
Thank you.
The Catechism tells us that hope is expressed and nourished in prayer, especially in the Our Father, the summary of everything that hope leads us to desire. So prayer teaches us to hope and to remain steadfast in prayer, like the widow and the judge. God wants us to go to Him repeatedly in prayer, but we also need to know that it is not our will that will be done, but God's. That everything is part of His plan, and that even what is evil and that He allows because of our freedom will be righted in the world to come. Our horizon needs to be eternity, not this life. As Saint Teresa of Avila said, for us, God is enough. We don't need our every wish to be fulfilled. We can't expect that every single prayer will be answered in the way
Yeah,
that
we want.
we, with our limited vision, think that it will be answered. God always listens,
Yeah.
but He answers in His own way, in His own time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very well said. He answers. He listens to the cry of the poor, but not according to our will, but according to His will at His perfect time, at God's perfect time. Yeah.
Because God knows what is best for us, not according
Correct.
to our desire and will. He knows better than us.
Yes.
That is where hope comes talaga. That we hope that God listens to our prayers. So, bahala na siya kung kailan, kung papaanong pamamaraan. So, it's up to the Lord. And we just keep on hoping. That's why hope is a very, sabi nga nila, ano ba yun? Parang merong ano niya na, there are 3 lights or 4 candles, and then love started to die, parang nag-extinguish na yung ano, and then everything else extinguishes. But when there is still this flicker of hope, the candle of hope, love can be ignited again, faith can be ignited again. So yun lang talaga, hope. Basta wag lang talaga kalimutan ng hope. I speak Tagalog. Yeah, pag-asa, hope. So if hope, love may pwedeng mamatay, yung kung ano man yung iba. Pero pag may pag-asa, if there's hope, everything can be reignited, rekindled. So, hope should not be extinguished. But hope not as an idea, but hope as a relationship, because hope has a face and a name. And I have a question. Okay. Now we go to specific. We just had this song about the bayan ko, about the Philippines, and I know somehow a part of your heart, the Philippines is there. Philippines has a place in your heart. That's what I know, and I'm pretty sure. Okay, do you still see hope for the Philippines despite all the major issues we're facing right now?
Ever since I became familiar with the Philippines about 15 years ago, the country has faced enormous political, economic, and social problems. But no country is hopeless. Public education spending, a key to development, has for the past few years been in the Philippines in line with East Asia and Latin America regions, which is pretty good. Growth and poverty reduction have also been pretty good, and this despite the many problems we have mentioned. And I think it is also because the future depends not only on the actions of government, but also on the actions of the Filipino people. And the Filipino people are very hardworking. Finally, the Philippines has a key asset, the faith of its people in God, which is the basis of hope. I have seen hopeful, faithful, joyful people in the shanty towns of the Philippines, not only children, but adults as well. So I feel that as long as there is faith in the Philippines, there will be hope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
What do you think, sisters? Do we still have hope?
Yeah, we have still hope.
Yeah.
Upon hope.
Oo.
Yeah.
Especially if we are united in igniting this hope and put it into action.
Yeah.
We
Yes.
will overcome these difficulties if we are united as a Filipino. Yeah.
Yes.
And the church will has a voice, will make her voice be known, be spoken. Yon. So there is much hope because we are very much Marian. I believe in that.
Yes.
We are very much
We love
Marian.
Mama Mary.
And we love so much Mama Mary, and Mama Mary will always intercede for the
Yeah.
Philippines talaga.
Yes.
So we still have hope.
Yes.
Ako, I still have hope. Little by little, but we have to
Absolutely.
ignite each other's hope para we can make a bigger light like that. And then
Yes.
this coming Christmas is a reminder to hope again. Hope again. Because God is with us. Jesus is with us. He wants to live
Yes.
with us, among us, and He is there with us. Just really have to continue with our day-to-day life, and then hoping, praying. I think prayer has a very big role now because sometimes you cannot see what's going to happen, and there are a lot of movements, but we don't know meron na bang talagang result nito, will justice be restored, mga ganyan, but we continue to hope. That's why prayer is very important.
Prayer also, and also there are many people who are still good, doing good, and still continue to be persevering, in pursuing to make a change, Each one is trying her best, to contribute. That is very important.
Yeah.
That each one will contribute his own share in building this, this nation a better place.
Yeah, and I also remember very much Nigeria with the persecuted Christians. Yeah, prayers.
Yeah.
Our prayers are with you. Our prayers for you.
The power of prayer.
Yeah.
The power of prayer.
Yeah. Because sometimes countries who are under persecution, they produce more vocation. Yeah. So we hope now in this times in the Philippines, I hope that many vocation will also be be ignited, be kindled. Hopefully the awareness that there is more than what we see. There's greater than what eyes can see. Yeah.
I think hope we unite us, and bring life to us. Hope we need to encourage people to hope, in the midst of many difficulties. I think this is the way we can by each other, and especially God is our hope.
Yes.
Yeah, because God is in control. For all of us.
So we
Yes.
Yeah, that's why we need to have God to be in control.
To be in control.
We decide, not others. Okay. I'm just ano lang ito, trivia. Just for trivia. Rosa, how many countries have you been to? I mean, to serve, because part of your mission. I suppose a lot, no?
69.
Oh, wow.
69
countries?
Yes.
Wow.
69 countries in 25 years.
Oh.
In a span of how many years visiting 69 countries?
Well, in my whole life, I am now 60.
We are the same na.
Yeah, in your
It's
welcome.
not every single country a mission. In some countries, I have been for tourism. So I have not counted exactly the countries of mission.
Yeah.
But in total, I have been to 69.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So just for the record, how is Philippines different from other countries? What's unique in the Philippines?
For me,
Yeah,
the faith.
for you.
I have never encountered such strong faith as in the Philippines. I think that's why God placed me there, to come back to the Catholic Church and to get faith in Jesus, in your mission with the poor. I remember, I am now very fond of the catechism, but I remember Sister Nette told me, when I told her I wanted to have faith in Jesus and I still didn't, she told me, what you need now is not to read the catechism, but to pray with the poor. And she was right, and it was praying with the poor, with Bentong in particular, that I got faith in Jesus for the first time. And my mission with you really strengthened this faith. And I miss it very much. It was a wonderful time that we had together, that we were able to bring hope to many people. And these people, in turn, gave me hope in Jesus and in God and in life in general, because even in their difficult situation, they are hopeful people and they have a very deep faith. So I think that this very deep Catholic faith of the Philippines is really special.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful, no? You were sharing something like, actually it's unimaginable the things that you have done to our poor
Yeah.
people, especially when we were together in Tandagsora among the people in the creek. Ay, grabe. But listening to you now, you're saying that they also gave me hope. They taught me how to hope. They taught
Yes.
me faith, something like that. No, that it's not us only the benefactor, but also the beneficiaries also.
Yes.
We are also benefiting from these people that we thought that we are the ones helping, but actually they help us more than we have ever given, something like that. And it's very good to listen to
Absolutely.
that from you. Yeah.
You are the one evangelize also.
Yeah.
By the poor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Touching Jesus in them, di ba?
Yeah.
Yes.
The
yes,
suffering
yes, yes.
Jesus.
Jesus appears to us in the person of the poor.
Yeah.
So they literally evangelized me
Yeah.
together with you. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. We were partners. We were younger then.
Yes, yes, yes.
But it's good to see you're still
You're still
breathing
strong. Ano.
beautiful, and then still passionate with God and with the poor.
Thank you.
Thank you very much po talaga,
Yes.
our dear Rosa. I know it's, what
Thank
time is
you.
it now there in Spain?
Now it is 7 minutes to 7.
Oh.
That's why I
In
know
the
it's
morning.
very early
The
to get
morning.
up.
Umaga.
Good morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have one question that have you been in Vietnam?
Yes, I have been to Vietnam.
That is for the mission of for tourists only.
For mission.
What
Wow.
parts of Vietnam po?
In Hanoi especially.
How long you have been there?
I was there maybe 3 or 4 times, and every time I was there for a couple of weeks.
Oh, I do not know you was in Vietnam. Very good. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
Did you
yes.
visit? Did you visit our community there? The time when
No, I didn't know your community yet when I
yeah.
was
Yeah.
when I went to Vietnam.
What
What
year,
year?
Rosa?
I think it must have been 2008, 2009. No, 2009, I think.
But we don't
And
have house in Hanoi.
before 2006, 2005.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah. The one you were sharing about the Filipinos, the particular patognomonic, something unique about the Philippines, the Filipinos about faith. I think that's also where we are coming from, that there's hope in the Philippines because the faith never wavers, no matter what.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is my strongest hope in the Philippines,
Yeah.
the faith of the people. But it is also a people who is extraordinarily cooperative, friendly,
Yeah.
hardworking, who succeeds and does well in every country that you go to, where you emigrate to so many countries. So hopefully, finally, the Philippines is also benefiting from its own people that it sends to so many countries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
They become missionary in other
Yeah.
countries.
Yeah, the Filipinos
Yes.
are all,
Filipinos
all
are-
over the world.
Oo, all over the
Yeah.
world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Oo.
Thank you.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, Rosa, how can we give hope to the hopeless? What concrete actions can we take? Thank you.
I will start by saying what I think we cannot say. And I think we cannot promise people their situation will necessarily get better or their wishes will be fulfilled. We can promise them what we can offer. If we can help them improve their situation, we can give them hope by helping them ourselves with the help of God. But what we can also promise them is that they will always be in God's hands and that He will never abandon them. If they come to Him in prayer, He will comfort them in their afflictions and be their eternal companion. And praying the Beatitudes with them can help so they see that God is with the poor, the humble, the persecuted, those who pursue justice. We are the blessed and God will make all things right in eternity, we need to go back to the times in which people's horizon was not this world, but eternity.
Yeah. And then we also, like what you're doing is giving them opportunities.
Yeah.
Giving them opportunities, believing in them that they can do something because
Yes.
God believes in them. Believe so.
It's true. It's true. You remind me of something that an orphan whom I helped in Africa for many years, he told me that the most important piece of help that I gave him was to teach him to hope that he could become something,
Yes.
that he could do something in life,
Yes.
that he thought that because he was an orphan, he could never achieve anything. And I told him, of course you can achieve something. And together we can help you achieve something. But just the thought, just the hope was the best help that he told me that I gave him.
Yeah.
Giving them the opportunity, to
To fulfill their dream.
and to
but
to believe in the person, the capacity that they have a capacity.
Yeah, because God loves them and God believes in them, and God was the one who created him or her, and then she's also given talents and gifts and many other things that
To
can
let
be a
them,
springboard to her future, their
let them
future.
realize
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Very beautiful story about that
Yeah.
orphan. Yeah.
Okay. So, ang bilis ng oras. At bago tayo magtatapos, what would you be your parting message to our young people at the crossroad in life, searching for God's will?
I would recommend that they read the Bible
Okay.
and that they do so seeing it as speaking to them in their specific situation. I recommend reading biblical commentary of the fathers of the church. I recommend that they pray regularly. The liturgy of the hours is wonderful, can be found on the internet, and helps mark the moments of the day. And that they listen to God in prayer, including, of course, in Mass. Finally, I would recommend that they listen to religious sisters and to priests who guide them spiritually, as well as listen to their own heart and not to be afraid of what they feel God asks of them. God will be with them even till the end of times. So I would like to finish with a brief prayer on hope. Holy Mary, Mother of God, our Mother, teach us to believe, to hope, to love with you. Show us the way to His kingdom. Star of heaven, shine upon us and guide us on our way.
Amen.
Amen.
Beautiful prayer. I love it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Salamat, Rosa. Salamat.
You're welcome. It has been great to be with you,
Love
sisters.
from...
I am glad you continue to give hope to the Philippines and to its most needy.
Yeah.
Amen.
With your support. With your continued support.
Amen.
To our people
yes.
here, Valerie, Angelita, Bentong, and all those in the creek. Love
Thank
from
you.
them, Rosa.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are in my heart and you are in my heart.
Amen.
Same with them, Rosa. So, salamat
you.
sa ating mga bisita ngayong hapon, Ms. Rosa Alonzo at ating guest performers, si Bruce Unabia, at kami ng inyong mga lingkod, Sister Jesie, Sister Nette, and Sister Martha. Salamat po at hanggang sa muli. See you next Friday.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. You may sleep again.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Trying to be a blessing to others.